In this lecture, we are going to create an arithmetic program. So this is an arithmetic program that will perform basic arithmetic operations. So the program will basically accept two numbers from the user and then perform the arithmetic operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, a modulo operation, and then print the result on the terminal. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to ask the user to input the two numbers that the program requires to carry out those arithmetic operations. So line number 6, basically what I did is that I created a variable with the name first number, and then I invoke a function called input. Now, function input is the function that is used to accept an entry, an input from the terminal. So it is what we are going to use to ask the user of this program to input the number. And once the user of this program input the number on the terminal, now input will be responsible for getting hold of that input that the user inputted and then assigning it to the variable first number. So we created a variable first number, and then we invoke function input. Now function input will now prompt the user with the message enter the first number, and once the user enters the first number, now the function input will now assign it. It will be assigned to the variable first number. So line number 9 will now be the one to ask the user to input the second number, and then now at this stage our program has gotten hold of both the two numbers, and now the next we are going to start carrying out the arithmetical operations. Alright, so line number 12 is we created a variable called addition, and then we assign it with an arithmetical expression. So basically, arithmetical expression is the addition of the first number with the second number using the addition operator. So basically, what happens in line number 12, first number and the second number will be added, and then the result of the summation will be added to variable addition. All right, so line number 15, I'm now uh, invoking print function to now print a message. The summation of the two numbers is, and then using the next operator is a comma operator. So basically, comma operator does it just print a space and then followed by the result of the addition. So basically this will do, so let me do all with this space because we already the comma operator will already give a space. So the comma operator will now create a space and then it will print out the addition. So basically it's a form of concatenation, so it is joining these two things together and then print out the result. So we have two things being printed out here. We have the string, the summation of the two numbers is, and then followed by the addition, which is a numerical value containing the summation of the first number and the second number. So before we go far, let's run the script and see to make sure that everything is working correctly. So I'll just go to the terminal and then run this script to make sure if everything is alright, then we continue coding with the next arithmetical operations. Okay, so on the terminal here, so I'm going to type ls command to make sure that I am on the directory where I have my script. Okay, so I'm on the right directory, arithmeticprogram.py. So I'm going to type Python 3, which is the name of the Python 3 interpreter that I want to use to run this script, followed by the script name, which is arithmeticprogram.py. So I just press enter. Enter the first number. So let's make assume some numbers. Make it of 12. Let's say the second number is 23. Okay, 23. Okay, so we have the summation of the two numbers is 1223, which is wrong, which is logically wrong. Okay, so the syntax is correct. We are having what we call a logical error here because 123, there is summation of the 12 and 23 is not right. So basically, what this is doing, input function, when input function execute, when input function execute, it is going to accept the numbers, but it's going to accept them as string. So first number is being accepted from the terminal as a string. Likewise, second number is being accepted from the terminal as a string. All right. So addition, basically what addition does, since we have first number and second number both string, so basically because this same addition operator, it is the same operator that we use for concatenation. So it is assuming that the first number is a string and second number likewise is a string. So instead of adding the two numbers, since they are not integers, so it concatenates them, it joins the two of them together. So basically what is carried out in line number 12, instead of addition and numerical addition, it is for performing concatenation operation. So that is why we are having 12, 23 concatenated together. That is why we are having 1223. So after accepting the numbers using input function to accept numbers, now since we are going to make use of this, these are numbers that we are going to make use of in numerical calculation, so we need to convert them into the respective data type that we want to use. So in this case, let's convert them into floating point numbers, because we are going to deal. Okay, let's convert them into integers. But it is safer to convert them into floating point numbers because a user can enter a 12.25, 12.3. So it is more safer to, in this case, for us to convert the whatsoever the user is entering into floating point numbers. So I'm going to make to do so, I'm going to do float, and then I'll just come over here and again add float, and then wrap it up in a parenthesis. All right, so what I just did here is what we call casting or type casting, because I am accepting the an input using the input function, getting input from the terminal, and then at that very moment I am converting it from one data type to another because it is being accepted as a string, and now I'm converting it into floating point numbers. So first number will be accepted as a string, and now I'm converting it into floating point numbers. So now let's proceed with the calculations. Now let's run the program and see whether the program will execute successfully. Okay, so Let me clear the terminal. And then okay, I'm using the arrow operator, the arrow key on my keyboard to access the command I have run last, and then I'll just press enter. Now I'll enter the first number 12, next number 23. Okay, so we are having the summation of the two numbers is 35.0, which of course is right. All right, so let's proceed with the next arithmetical operation. So the next arithmetical operation that we are going to look into is subtraction operation. So let's look into subtraction operation. Subtraction. Okay, so line number 15, similar to line number 12, it only that in this case it is performing subtraction operation. So first number subtracted from the second number to get the difference between the two numbers. Okay, so and then we're also going to print it out. So let me just copy this. So print the difference result. Print the difference result. So the difference between the two numbers. The difference between the two numbers is, then I'll put difference. Difference. Okay, so also here let me do away with this space. Addition, right? So next let's look into the other operations. Multiplication operation, and then also okay, so product equals to first number multiplied by second number, right? So also we print it out. Print the product result. Print the product of the two numbers is product. So I'm going to write product. All right, so next operation, let's look into division. Division. All right, division operation. So we say division equals the first number divided by the second number. So we use / to represent division operation. So first number divided by second number. So second number. So also let's print it out. Print the product print the quotient. So let's print the quotient. Print the quotient result. Print out the quotient. Print the quotient. Okay, print out the quotient. Print out the quotient. So quotient is the result or result of dividing two numbers together. So the quotient of the two numbers is quotient. So let's write direct quotient here. Write division. Okay, so division of the two numbers. All right, so let's stick to what we have. Print out the division result. Division result. Result. So the division of the two numbers is division. Okay, so next, finally, let's go into the modulo operation. So modulo operation. So modulo operation, just divide one number by another number and then give the result. So and then, okay, so have we done the modulo operation? No, I'm getting so fast. So modulo equals to first number modulo second number, and we use this symbol to represent modulo. So first number, second number. So and then we print out the modulo here also. So just get going here and then print out the modulo. Okay, so the print the modulo result. So print the modulo result. The modulo operation of the two numbers. The modulo operation. The modulo operation of the two numbers is modulo. Is modulo. Okay, so modulo. Okay, so accept. All right, so let's run our program and see how our program, and if there's any error, we are going to debug it. So come to the terminal and then clear the terminal. Now let's run the program and see first number 12, next number 23. So we have the summation of the two numbers is 35.0. The difference between the two numbers is minus 11.0, and the division of the two numbers is 0.5 0.521739130 up to the end, and the modulo operation of the two numbers is 12.0. Okay, so we can still improve this program further. Now let's get into the program and see how we can enhance the program. So the output, enter the first number, second number. So before we have the result, let's have some space. Let's create some empty space in between. Okay, the enter the first number, the second number. So let's make this up. Create some space. So print. Now print empty print. Calling print without assigning any argument will basically print out an empty line. So this print function that we invoke in line number 11 will just print a blank line. All right. Also the output. Let's see how we can improve the output. So we have okay, so all the format, let's have a floating point, since we are processing the numbers as floating point numbers. Now let's have the numbers printed out with two places of decimal floating point numbers. Let us have them printed out as floating point numbers with two places of decimal. So to do that, we are going to make use of string format. All right, so next we are going to format the output as well, so that the numbers that we are going to get, they are numbers with two places of decimal. So to do so, we are going to make use of format control string. And to do so, I'm just going to put percentage. This is the symbol, that 2f. So, okay, so and then next here also I'm going to remove the comma and then add the modulo symbol, okay, the percentage symbol, whatsoever I call it. So so here basically we are telling it that we want to output a number here. So this is a format control string. We are telling it to expect a number, and that number is a floating point number, and we want it to be printed out as a floating point number with 2 places of decimal. That is why we're having this .2. So and then here we put the for control string, and then we follow by the actual floating point number. So this floating point number addition, which is a variable that contains a floating point number as a value, so it's going to be printed out as a floating point number with 2 places of decimal. Okay, so let's go to the terminal and execute this our Python script and see how it works, and then if it is okay, then we can apply it to the rest of the output as well. Okay, so going to the terminal. Alright, so make use of the arrow key to access the last command I ran, and then I'll just hit enter, and then 12, the second number, 23, and then hit enter. So as you can see, we have the summation of the 2 numbers is 35.00. So it has actually been formatted as a floating point number with 2 places of decimal. Okay, so that means our code is okay, and then we can format the other output as well. So I'll just come over here and do the same thing. Floating point as a floating point number with 2 places of decimal. Okay, so I'll remove this comma symbol and then add this also. Okay, so let me just copy this so that to save time. I'll just copy this and then come over to the rest of the output and also do same. Okay, so just come here again and then print just paste it. All right, so come over here again and then paste this. Okay, also look for the modulo also. So I'll just come over here and then copy this and paste it here and then just put a space. Okay, so okay, so we are good to go. Let me save it and then go over here and run it again. So clear the terminal and then I can run it. Enter the first number 12, enter the next number 23, and then I will just hit enter. So we have the summation of the 2 numbers is 35.0. The difference between the 2 numbers is minus 11.00, and the product of the 2 numbers is 276, and the division of the 2 numbers is 0.52. The modular operation of the 2 numbers is 12.00. So we can see our program is working successfully.